Hi everyone, welcome to the new Scooby-Doo Mysteries talk. I am Gibson Shamar, but you probably already knew that. And I am here to tell you what Hikati Media thought about the show that we had no idea existed until we came across it in our watch list. Yeah, we have a watch list over here at Hikati Media. It's really something. There are still hundreds of shows left to watch, and since we have already watched so many over the years without talking about them, rest assured that we will not run out of content anytime soon. Also bear in mind that there are new shows coming out all the time. So, as per usual with our talks about the shows that we watch, we will talk about the characters, then talk about the show itself. Since we have already covered the characters in pretty much every other Scooby-Doo related show, the characters bit won't take very long. First up, we have the title character, Scooby-Doo. He's a Great Dane with black spots who can also talk. He has some weird R thing with the way he pronounces words. He's also a loyal friend, cowardly, but always somehow useful in the cases and adventures. Then we have Shaggy, who is Scooby's owner. He is a human, a very tall guy, and who shares the characteristic of being a coward with Scooby. Yeah, he's a real scaredy cat. We get it, pal. We get it. He loves food and is always trying to get out of doing cases because he's too scared to get into them. Then there's Scrappy-Doo. He's Scooby's nephew, born from Scooby's sister, Ruby-Doo. Yeah, Scooby has a sister. We mentioned her before. He's a tough guy. He's always charging at the enemy, thinking that he can take them on, leading to the others, mostly Scooby and Shaggy, having to carry him away. In this show, he's let loose and it doesn't really work out well for him. It doesn't stop him from trying, though. As a returning cast member, we have Daphne Blake. She's around again this time and takes the same role as she did in the previous show, the new Scooby and Scrappy-Doo show. She takes the position of team leader and is far more proactive than in the previous shows. She follows up on clues, tells the others what to do, and has a firm attitude. She's still soft-spoken, but is a lot more firm now. We see Fred return for a few episodes too. In fact, in the first episode where he is featured, the show makes it look like he's the bad guy due to how unusually forgetful he was being. He was always acting suspicious, the whole episode, always leaving just before the bad guy showed up, always forgetting vital information. Heck, even I thought that he was going for a villainous turn. The whole gang suspected him, but it wasn't that at all. He was just having an off day that day. And it was Scooby's birthday. We also have Velma, who comes back occasionally too. She comes back for fewer episodes than Fred, though. She takes the back seat this time, but even when she's around, she interacts with the group properly. It doesn't really measure up to what she used to be in the beginning. So there we have it with the characters. That wasn't too long now, was it? That's what I like to ask them once we're done with our, workout sessions. Sorry, I meant when I'm talking about character descriptions that end up not being too long, even though people expect them to be. The show was made in good spirit and was more fun. It started to get back some of that serious tone, and that is a huge improvement over the predecessors that started to lose it a bit. The new Scooby and Scrappy-Doo show was the first step. This show took a step further. The intrigue of the monsters just being people in disguise taking advantage of folklore or paranoia has been removed from the most part of this show. Now we get actual monsters and actual ghosts. I know that in the second Scooby and Scrappy-Doo show they had the same thing, but with aliens included. But somehow isn't treated as canon because they met Dracula in that show, and in the show before this one, and in this one, and it's always as if it's the first time. I mean, come on, yo. You guys are going in circles here. Do you think you can keep up with this without people catching on?
Yeah.
Well, if it works, why not do it, right? The show has a dual episode thing going on. They're almost back to back. Some episodes are part 1 and 2 of the same story. Other episodes are 2 completely different mysteries. Sometimes it's just one 10-minute episode. I don't know if that's a good thing, but like I said before, things are improving. The animation got better, too, and the voice acting is pretty much the same. The Shaggy, Scooby, and Scrappy voice actors made a living out of voicing these characters. Seriously, this wasn't even a project-like job. This was becoming a 9-to-5 job to them. And they were so comfortable in the roles that you'd think that they're playing themselves at this point. Of course, we can't leave out Daphne. Did I ever talk about how I like redheads? Those are my kind of women. We get to meet more of Scooby's relatives too. We meet his cousin, Dooby Dooby Doo, who is a performer. He's a cool guy. I like him. He's confident and isn't afraid of danger. We also have Dixie Doo. She's another relative of his. Seriously, how big is this family? I know they're dogs and all, but dang, they're a lot. The sad thing is that we never see them all together, and a lot of them just show up once and then never again. Yeah, that kind of stuff happens. It's sad and all, but okay. The stories are nice. They're amusing and entertaining. Like I've said before, they did away with the horror and have gone more into adventure. It's not different with this show. This one delves more into adventure as well. It's not a bad move. I think at this point we just have to accept that. What I didn't find quite amusing about it is that once the bad guys are captured, they explain their motives and how they planned on doing things, whereas the whole point in the original show was that the gang explains the bad guys' motives and means of escape because of all the clues they put together. We take what we can get, but come on, man. The return of Fred and Velma was nice as well. I like how they say that this show is just season 2 of the new Scooby and Scrappy-Doo show, but it even features a completely different opening. I like this opening a lot. It's very 80s. It's very child-oriented. Something about hearing it made me feel like a kid again. Yeah, Scooby-Doo still manages to have that effect on me. I don't know about you guys, but it sure does have that effect on me. They also handle the balance of characters and their contributions to the stories better in this show than before. We actually see all the characters interact with each other whenever the gang is all together now. It's not like when Scrappy was first introduced and the whole thing felt fragmented. Now they seem to be more of a team than before, where they were split units working for a common goal. You get a thumbs up there. That aspect was very important. Unless, of course, you're going to say that you wanted to make it that way, that they were fragmented until we fully accept Scrappy as a member of the group, then you kick out the others and bring them back slowly so that it feels organic, like some masterminds I've come to know. Yeah, the trademark line wasn't sufficient here. I had to break it down. It's like poetry. It rhymes. Anyway, there isn't really much to say about this show. In fact, I've stretched it out for as long as I can, but we have to be real here for a moment. This show, like the previous one, feels like it's just content for the sake of content. They had to keep Scooby-Doo relevant to the public. I'm not going to bash it for being bad. It really isn't a bad show. It's some form of return to form, but not quite there. We're making progress, though. Hopefully the next one will bring it back properly. That's going to be the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo. I used to see the advert a lot on Cartoon Network, but never watched it. This is going to be exciting. All in all, thanks for watching the video, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. Please do check out the other stuff on our channel here on YouTube. We're fighting to get to 500 subscribers, so if you haven't, please subscribe and be notified of other cool things we've got here. We also have a Facebook page and Instagram page, and we'll soon reopen our blog. I wouldn't like to call it a blog, but what the heck. It's gonna be a blog. Hopefully you guys will have the patience to check it out. We're gonna talk about movies, series, video games, music, and all that stuff. We're trying to make a name for ourselves. So keep up with our work, and I know you won't be disappointed or underwhelmed. Have a good day.